What if I told you that the nagging negative stories you tell yourself aren't actually your fault? What if they're just a strange glitch in your brain's wiring? And what if you could use that same glitch with a simple psychology trick to finally kill self-doubt and install a powerful new narrative that actually fuels your success? Well, that's exactly what we're going to do today. You know that voice in your head, the one that whispers, "You're not good enough. You're definitely going to fail." Or my personal favorite, "You're a total fraud and everyone's about to find out." For way too long, that voice has been the silent, unpublished author of your life. It's like a background app that's always running, secretly draining your battery, limiting your potential, and trapping you in a loop of self-sabotage. But here's the secret. That story is not the truth. It's a program, and any program can be rewritten. Today, you become the master coder of your own mind. So, what exactly are we up against here? In psychology, there's a fascinating concept called narrative identity. It basically means that we humans are natural-born storytellers, and the most important story we'll ever tell is the one we tell about ourselves. It's how we find meaning and make sense of our messy, beautiful lives. But here's where the glitch comes in. Our brains are obsessed with efficiency, which means they love, and I mean love, to repeat familiar patterns and stories, even if they're terrible for us. These stories can become what therapists call dominant problematic narratives. Think of it like a scratched record, stuck playing the same sad, disempowering 10 seconds of a song over and over again. These narratives are masters of disguise. They take a single tiny fact, like "I made a mistake on that report," and twist it into a huge emotional judgment. "I am incompetent." They take one moment of failure and try to turn it into a lifelong identity. This is where so many of us get trapped. We actually start to believe these stories are us. But what if they aren't? A powerful first step from narrative therapy is something called externalization. Instead of saying, "I am an anxious person," you rephrase it as, "Anxiety is paying me a visit right now." Instead of "I am an imposter," you say, "The imposter syndrome monster is trying to get my attention again." Go ahead and give your self-doubt a name. Call it the confidence thief, or Kevin the big green monster, or whatever you want. The moment you do, you separate yourself from the problem. It's no longer some deep, inherent flaw in your character. It's just an external force, an annoying, unwelcome visitor that you ultimately have power over. This tiny shift from "I am" to "it is" creates just enough space to stop blaming yourself and start looking at the story with curiosity instead of judgment. So how did this toxic story get so deeply lodged in your brain anyway? Well, we aren't born with these narratives. We learn them. They're built, piece by piece, from our earliest experiences, from cultural messages, family dynamics, past traumas, or just moments of criticism and rejection. A single off-the-cuff comment from a teacher, being picked last for the team in gym class, or feeling like you never quite measured up to a sibling can embed a core belief deep in your subconscious. Beliefs like, "I have to be perfect to be loved," or "My opinion doesn't really matter." Let's imagine a woman named Sarah. As a kid, she loved to draw, but a well-meaning relative once casually remarked that her cousin was the real artist in the family. It was a tiny moment, a splinter, but that splinter grew into a core belief. Today, Sarah is a brilliant graphic designer, but she is constantly plagued by imposter syndrome. Despite getting promotions and praise, she lives in fear of being exposed as a fraud. Every success feels like luck. Every tiny piece of critical feedback feels like the final confirmation of her deepest fear, that she's not a real artist. Sarah's brain isn't trying to be cruel. It's actually trying to protect her by keeping her aligned with that old, familiar story it learned years ago. Her narrative, "I'm not a real artist," has become a rigid, automatic monologue. But here's the thing. It's a story based on old, outdated evidence, and it's time for a new trial. Before we can rewrite the story, we have to actually read the one we've got. We need to become aware of the exact triggers that activate your self-doubt. So, I want you to do this quick 3-step exercise with me. Feel free to pause the video if you need a minute. First, list your recurring inner dialogues. What are the top 1 or 2 negative phrases that your brain loves to throw at you when you're stressed or facing a challenge? Is it, "I always mess this up"? Or, "There's no point in trying, I'll just fail"? Write them down. Now, ask yourself, who might have first said this to me, or where did I learn to believe this? Does this story actually serve me anymore? Second, let's do some story mapping. I want you to think back through your life, but not just for the painful moments. I want you to hunt for what narrative therapists call unique outcomes. These are the exceptions that prove your self-doubt wrong. Find a memory where, even though you felt scared or uncertain, you succeeded anyway. A time you spoke up when your voice was shaking. A time you finished a project you were convinced was impossible. These aren't flukes, they are hard evidence. Hold on to them. Third, externalize and rank. Take that top trigger, that negative thought that plays on repeat, and give it a persona. Is it a nagging critic, a roaring monster, a sly trickster? Now, on a scale of 1 to 10, how much influence does this character really have over your career, your relationships, your goals? Naming it and ranking it helps you see it as a manageable part of your experience, not the whole of it. If this little assessment is already sparking some lightbulb moments, then you are on the verge of a major breakthrough. We're about to get to the core techniques to rewire that narrative for good. So if you want to keep building unstoppable confidence and mastering your mindset, take a second right now to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss what's next. Alright, you've identified the story, you've seen how it was built, and you've found the cracks in its logic. Now, it's time to dismantle it and build something better. This is the narrative rewire method. First up, active externalization. You've already given your doubt a name. Now, it's time to have a chat with it. The next time that voice of the perfectionist starts screaming that your work isn't good enough, don't just stand there and take the abuse. Talk back. Ask it, what are you so afraid of right now? What are you trying to protect me from? Often the answer is a fear of failure or judgment. Acknowledge it. You can say, hey, thanks for trying to keep me safe, but I've got this. I'm in charge here. You're the boss of your mind, not the other way around. The second technique is deconstruction. Become a detective of your own thoughts. When a belief like, I'm a terrible public speaker pops up, break it down. Ask yourself, what is the fact and what is the interpretation? The fact might be, I felt nervous and forgot one sentence during my last presentation. The interpretation, the story, is I'm a terrible public speaker and everyone thinks I'm a fool. Now, hunt for evidence that contradicts the story. Did anyone say they enjoyed it? Did you get your main point across? Did you in fact survive? Separating fact from fiction robs the negative story of its power. Third, and this is the game changer, is reauthoring with unique outcomes. Remember those exceptions you found earlier? Those moments of success against the odds? Those aren't just random data points, they are the building blocks for your new story. Your old story might be, I'm someone who gets anxious and fails. Your new reauthored story, based on actual evidence, might be, I am a person who feels fear and takes action anyway. I am resilient and fully capable of navigating challenges. Write this new story down. Despite feeling doubt, I showed courage by, or, even when it was hard, I proved my strength by. This isn't about lying to yourself. It's about finally telling a more complete and accurate truth. The final technique is strength-based reframing. Take a memory you've previously labeled a failure. I want you to look at it again, not through the lens of what went wrong, but through the lens of the strengths you showed. Maybe a business you started didn't succeed. The old story is, I failed. The reframed story is, I demonstrated immense courage, creativity, and the willingness to take a risk by launching that business. I learned priceless lessons about marketing and operations that I will carry into my next venture. This reframing restores your sense of agency and turns every single experience into a source of power. That voice of self-doubt that echoes in your head is just a story. It's an old, outdated program running on a loop, but it is not you. Today you learned that you can stand apart from that story through externalization, you can dismantle it with deconstruction, and you can write a more powerful, truer story through reauthoring. You are the narrator of your life. This isn't about toxic positivity or pretending your struggles aren't real. It's about choosing compassion over criticism and focusing on your real strengths instead of your perceived flaws. You are the author, so pick up the pen. To help you turn this into a daily practice, I've created a free Narrative Rewire journal prompt guide that walks you through these exact steps. You can download it for free using the link in the description below. And now I'd love to hear from you. In the comments, share one unique outcome you discovered today. What's a moment you showed resilience or strength that your old story conveniently forgot to mention? Let's fill the comments with a whole library of empowering truths. And if you found this video helpful, you are going to love our video on the 5 brain hacks to stop procrastination. You can click here to watch that next. Thanks for watching and start writing your new story today.